Future news, brothers and sisters. Future news. Suleiman Rahim here, Master of the Covenant, breaker of seven seals, only breaker of the seven seals, the only breaker of the seven seals, and the only Master of the Covenant. That's my prophecy, brothers and sisters. False Israel will not exist in 2025. His days are numbered. And everything they're doing is about to backfire on them. Manyfold. Going to starve to death. Their primary punishment, starving to death. Okay, brothers and sisters, this is straightforward here. Straightforward. So why don't they step up and get the $5,000? This speaks for itself. Brothers and sisters, it's easy to know who Farrakhan is. Easy to know they're lying over there. It's easy. It's not complicated. That's if you want to know. But if you don't want to know, then right on. Say right on. Abomination of desolation, brothers and sisters. Clear sign is happening right now before your eyes. As if you want to know, if you want to open your eyes, it's right there. See, Elijah Muhammad said, truth remains so clear in a fool in error. So you're erring, then what does that mean? Because it's never been as clear as it is right now. And the only one speaking about the abomination of desolation is myself on the whole planet. Why is that? And it's so clear what it is. Because the whole world is plunged in darkness. It's so dark that they don't even try to bother to open their eyes anymore. And so now light comes and their eyes remain closed. To their detriment. Desolation. Look up the root word abominable. It says exactly what's happening. It says the uprising. What, do you know about the uprising in a holy place in Jerusalem? Was there uprising in that area of the world? Was there uprising? Let me say it again. Was there uprising inside the world? That's being put down with abominable cruelty. Is anything like that happening in a holy place? An abomination, right? It's a being. It's not a concept because it's standing. Being stand. So what's so complicated about that? Is Farrakhan talking about it? No. But he's supposed to be the one talking to God. The anointed. The all-wise. Son of man, son of man. He sees everything when he has glasses on. He needs some help to see. Well, sisters, you're going to be called to account. See? I'm talking about these ones that stand there, Ben X and Sal, all these people that profess to be speaking for you, and up for you, and all this, and taking your money, and no, they don't have to answer these questions. Why do you understand that? What's so complicated about it? You claim that you know all this stuff. You're so wise. You represent Elijah Muhammad. You know all this, but you could understand that simple sign right there. Hmm? They're going to be held accountable because your blood is going to be on their hands, and they're really blood. My people are lost because lack of knowledge of some. Yes, what's so complicated about that? What's so complicated about the Messiah covenant? Who you should be seeking because he would suddenly come to Elijah's temple. It means it wasn't Elijah. He prepared a way for him. It wasn't Farrakhan because he got to clean up. So who's the message he clean up? And Aaron, or the son of Dish, would reign for 42 years. Because that's how long Aaron was around, walking around the wilderness 42 years with the people, right? See, all these things are very clear. So you'll be asked. And what kind of answer they have? I don't think they have an answer. I think they wish they had one. See, something, I come to conclusion, whatever, based on, advice that I should spell everything out. Hell, the Quran teaches, the Bible doesn't really speak to it that clearly, because the Bible doesn't really speak about a hell, per se, right? To be thrown out of darkness and things like that, but the Quran actually speaks to hell, and if you study it, it's interesting because it's not what you would expect. See, because you feel like, hey man, if somebody's skin's burning, it automatically heals up. That's a great thing, right? See real good, that should be a great thing. Have lots of energy, that should be a great thing. Their sexual desire is constantly raging, right? They don't have to ever take Viagra and that stuff. That's actually a good thing. But is it? Is it? Because you're in a place where your sexual desire is flaring up. It's raging, but there's no one there to satisfy it. What is that? Is that a good thing? Right? And no matter what you eat, no matter what you eat, it will not kill you. So now you're in a place, the only thing you eat is manure and urine. What about that one? And the hot place is hot. No shelter. Right? So hot all year round. Oh man, but there's no shelter. It's really hot. It says your skins get burned off or cut. Anything, it heals quick. Yeah, but you're in hell. And so you're indestructible in hell. You want to die and you can't. You got raised, said worm, like Jesus hinted at it, your worm will never die. It means you maintain a sexual posture, put it that way, right? 24/7. 24/7. So there's no relief. You're always hungry, but the only thing you eat is your urine and manure and any other person in there that you can catch and you can take a bite off of. And that's what happens to the females. Because the males can constantly chase them like rabbits. Right? Trying to get rid of the urge. But females had an urge too. But they know if that male catch them, that while he's copulating, he'll be eating them. He knows if she catch him sleeping, or he gonna need sleep. But she catch him here, she gonna eat him. So there ain't gonna be no friendship, there ain't gonna be no ties, there ain't no family. If he does catch it, he be biting on her and she be biting on him, and so she's running, he's chasing. That's the kind of hell the Quran talks about. And see, people like Ben X and those pipe folks, that's the kind of hell they're going to end up in. See, it ain't going to be just devils there. Everlasting shame and appallment. There's two sides to it. And those clans we're going to throw into hell. So they'd be right there with those, right? And they have a lot of energy, or tons of energy. What you going to do with it? Right? That's the worst kind of hell I can imagine. You see? See, because you have things all wrong. And you say, so if I tell you those things, I tell you what in the hell, those things I mentioned, you say, that sounds like a good thing, man. That sounds like a great Viagra commercial, right? That sounds like, man, hey, man, I can eat anything, man. I can eat all day long, 24/7, don't bother me. And anybody, I get in a fight, my cut, whatever, man, it's going to heal right away, man. I ain't got to worry about nothing. I ain't going to kick ass and get fights. And I ain't worry about anything. But then when you find out that, well, you want to be in that condition, and you say, oh, man, damn, I wish you get out of there. See? And another score, it talks about Babylon could, it says some say could be healed, would be healed. That difference between could and would, that's other than the fact that both of them start with different consonants. One start with W, one start with a C, but they're different. Either case, see, when you start thinking mathematics, this stuff starts making sense. See? Because the devils, they got more energy, more excess energy, if you want to say excess, external energy, anybody else, because they don't need that much to maintain themselves. So as more energy comes, the more they're going to have. But the point is, they have low structure, so they can't withstand the pressure that comes with that. That's one thing. But number two, right, until they can't withstand anymore, they could be the most powerful beings on the planet. If they had discipline, because discipline times energy, discipline times pressure equals power. That's why Master Muhammad's a made God, and he's half and half. But they're full. If they was applied discipline, they'd be the most powerful beings on the planet. In fact, if they was applied discipline, they could bust out of hell. Once they're in there, if they could apply discipline, we don't have to teach them how to do that. We're through with them. They could bust out because their power be greater than the gods, and there's holding them in there. If they could apply discipline, but they can't. And that's failing. And a little basic history, see, the thing is, every time they fail, they send a prophet to them because Yaqub is the God in this 6,000-year period, but Master Muhammad is God in the next 6,000-year period. He must be obeyed. He must be obeyed because he's a God for this particular period of time. He's totally in sync with it. He must be obeyed. Like we told us, we had to obey Yaqub. So, damn, we got to obey Yaqub. Mission shed blood. He had to be obeyed because that's the season. It was a winter season. If you want to survive the winter season, he knows all about the winter. So I don't care what you know about the summer and spring. It don't mean a goddamn thing. You better know about the winter. And now we're going into the spring, and Master Muhammad, he knows he's in sync with us. He must be obeyed. He's in sync with the spring. And then eventually, right, so 6,000 years, then we return back to the Chab Shabazz. See? And then that line of guys will rule. Right now, the line of Master Muhammad, those are guys that will rule. And they must be obeyed. Must be obeyed. Let me say it again. Must be obeyed. See? It's personification, if you will. See, really, a God is a personification of the season. I don't want to get that deep into it. But it's a personification of the season. Yaqub is a personification of the season. Master Muhammad is a personification of this season. He's bringing in the spring. He's a personification of it. He's a God. He's the consequence. See, so, Peter went to the Holocaust, right? The consequence of that last 5 years, perfect consequence. And they're going to exercise to it. They're personification of it. You understand? So he must be obeyed. Now, you do what you want to do. That's the situation. The high priest just communicates this information to you so you know. He communicates to you. He must be obeyed. This is what you need to do. You know? See? He's the high priest. He speaks. He's like the spokesman for God. My brothers and sisters. Atone. 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 Atone, brothers and sisters. Let's back up here for a minute. Now imagine you're driving down the street in a car, right? Or you're driving down the highway. You're all alone. Then the wind comes up. And you're driving north. They say you're in I don't know, Mississippi or something. You're driving north. And this westerly wind hits you. And the wind's blowing west. Right? So you're driving like 60 miles an hour north. This wind's traveling about 60 miles an hour, forcing a 60 mile an hour wind. So it's going to start pushing you in the west direction. See? So you're going to be going off at an angle. Unless you know, you're going to try to still to compensate, right? But still, right, your car is trying to go at an angle because you're going this way straight, and the western force is pushing you, right? If that force gets stronger, it goes to 60, 70, 80, right? Strong enough after a while, you're not going north at all. You're going the same direction as the wind because it overwhelms your will. See, because your will was to go north. But the pressure applied to you was greater as it overcame your will. So now you're moving in a westerly direction. You don't want to. You still got your foot on the gas, but the wind's so great, it's pushing you in that direction. You understand, brothers and sisters? Understand the concept? That's vectors. See, vectors are forces which have direction. If that wind is moving north, that's direction, but the power of it is going 100 miles per hour, 10, 1,000 miles per hour, whatever. And so together, that's the force or the pressure, right? And the north, that's the direction. So we have the same thing on our lives because, like I said, you have the God of the season, but there comes a scripture with that. So the scripture, that's the direction. Scripture directs you what to do. It's directions, right? It's the angel. They won't tell you it's a crime. Yet the crimes don't have any idea what's going on. It's about they don't know what's going on. They're all confused. The angel explains exactly what's going on. It's the vector. See, a vector, right, has direction, has power, force. So, you communicate to someone, right? That's force, right? Because you're emitting wavelength, you're pushing pressure waves. And in it is a direction. It's okay. You say, hey, you should be going this way, and then how forceful, right? You do it. It's a vector. But it's not force. Saying loud is not quite what I mean by force. Force is part of knowledge. It has lots of knowledge in it. Everything's going on in the world today. all the players and everything, right? That's the direction. You understand, brothers? So that analogy about the car, right? The winkies blowing hard, hard, hard. So after a while, the car is going in the worst direction. Now, when you look at it, you say, well, the guy didn't show up where he's supposed to show up because he's not going off anymore. So he catches up, he didn't show up, man. We tell him, so who you blame? You blame the man in the car or you blame the wind? Which one's to blame in that scenario? Well, the man was to get to make that appointment up north. But that wind came in. So who's at fault there? Farrakhan. Who's at fault there? Yeah, who's at fault there? Can you answer that? That's what's important. That's vectors. See, because everything around is about vectors. If you're talking about everything is energy, everything is force, everything is pressure, that's vectors. It's put in math. We won't talk mathematical language. I'm saying I can't talk pure mathematical language to you because you don't understand what I'm talking about. Because I'll be talking vectors. I have to talk vectors to you in simpler ways that you don't probably recognize vectors. Here you go, sisters. You understand? So according to Farrakhan, the man in the car is to blame. The wind. The wind ain't nothing to do with it. Let's look at this little graphic I put together, see if I got it right. It took me a while. It takes me an hour, sometimes 2 hours to do these things. Test it and everything else. Okay. Darkness. Now here's the rich people. Man and woman, like, they was going in life. They was having a going life. Warriors. So we had to be warriors. So you had the Zulus and all stuff. I mean, that was going to see. But 6 last 7 years, we had to be warriors because we was in a very anti-deprivation and a war stance. I mean, we was warriors. There are all of us. But me and people live in this city and carry on. But let's just take me. It was warriors, strong and proud. That sister there. I'm talking, I'm blocking it away. Warriors. Look how beautiful that sister is. Look at that brother. He's ready to take care of some business. So we move upright position, righteousness. Right? No conflict, no alterations, whatever. And then what happens? Gog, Magog, Antichrist, and Demas. See, let's look at this again. Here we are. And then this force applied to us 5 years ago. We meet them, and if American Judaism, and we're clowns, right? Still Bible. So we come in contact with that. That's a force. Remember, that's a force. And it's our force. Their force. Their force, and we're told to be obliterated. And what happens? Bam. Yes. And alter our direction. Now instead of going right east, so to speak, right now we're going northeast. So we're not in control anymore. See? I said earlier, if the devil applied discipline, let me go back and reiterate that before I go any further, brothers and sisters. You know their history. Now the problem I have with the Catholic Church, and a lot because of Paul, was really enemy to the so-called Christians. I mean, if you read it carefully, you see they're enemy to them. He notified everything, eat pork, and all that kind of stuff. Anyway. Because he was actually persecuting Christians, all that kind of stuff, right? So, the Catholic Church, the Roman Empire, it morphed to the Catholic Church. So the Pope is the Tsar now, Caesar. And all the other Europeans had to bow to them. So, British did that around 1942, anyway. But see, SK Busters, I work so hard here. Why? So as I was saying, the Europeans, right, they were because of Catholicism, which don't teach discipline, they sent a dark age for 1,000 years. Where they did all kinds of despicable things against each other. All kinds of diseases and everything else because they love dogs. Yes, man, disease like the cold and herpes and all that kind of stuff. Most of those come from dogs. I mean, those dogs get colds. Maybe they wiped out a lot of means, and it's because of he's taking the common cold. Okay. So they was lost power for 1,000 years, lost their power. Because they got discipline. Discipline. And discipline is very powerful. You understand? So when they broke away the Catholic Church, Britain broke away the Catholic Church, they started reading, because remember, the Bible was forbidden to the normal people. So they had Gutenberg Press, all this came out about the same time, Gutenberg Press. They was spreading books, so anybody could get it, read it, and all of a sudden they started talking Bible. Or instantly, God became powerful, because that was his guidance. Right? And then Eve, which America, followed behind. Became very powerful. British first, and then them, because they applied the discipline of a sealed Bible. That was the book. But the Catholics got away from that and said, okay, we just believe in Jesus and call on Jesus, whatever. So they excelled God. They got excelled. Mm-hmm. They called Puritans. Remember, they were so pure about their religion. They made sure everybody said prayers on a Saturday and all this stuff, right, on a Friday. Well, that fell apart. So they became powerful. I said Britain and America became powerful, my God and my God. Because they started applying discipline, not 100%. It was enough to put them more powerful by the others. And you know, it's one thing too, like almost every European power had a chance at had a chance at empire. French Empire, Napoleon, right? You had the Greek Empire, you had Roman, but that was Greece. The Romans, that was Italians, right? Russia, you know, the architecture of Moscow. That's Arabic. Look at it. That's why one reason the West hates it so much, because they got Islamic influence. Look at Moscow. That's not European architecture. That's Middle Eastern architecture. Understand? So all of them seem to have their chance, right? Britain and America, so far. Anyway, that's what I mentioned. So when they started applying the discipline, look how powerful they became. But now they're declining again. We're not going to send any more prophets message to them to break their downfall and increase their power. First of all, like I said, if they was to apply discipline fully 100%, we couldn't do anything with them. Then you have an eternal war. Because two empires. Same time in conflict with each other. Understand? So they're declining now. See? Because they can't hold on to discipline. Okay? And so everyone's against, I'm not going to kind of detail process, but I'm going to talk specifically this. So the thing is, they say Babylon could have been. See, the thing is, if we get to return discipline, and level of discipline, like they follow the discipline Elijah gave them, they'd be the most powerful on the planet. It'd be almost impossible to get rid of them. But they can't hang on to discipline. I said Babylon could or would have been healed, but it wasn't. Because they had energy, just don't have discipline. Energy times discipline equals power. Okay. Now, our people right now, they have energy, don't have discipline, but they had a nature that had discipline. They've been tricked out of it. So they just run after it once instead of taking care of their needs. So they don't want to do that. They don't want to take care of their needs. They want to equip it at once, right? Which is disaster. Find discipline for that. Discipline for what you need. You say, they drink one all day long. I want this, I want that. They get off your knees and go and make it happen. That's what I do. I don't want anything. See, that's what's about. They could have been healed, but it wasn't. See, and they're not going to repent. And even less, even if they want to, wouldn't accept it. Understand, brothers and sisters? So, if you want to say that the wind is at fault to make that car go in a northwesterly direction, it was going north. They was hit by this westerly wind. So if you're going to say the wind's the fault, then you can't hold a drop response for anything. He was doing everything he's supposed to. He was steering north and everything else, but the wind was forcing his hand. You understand, brothers and sisters? Right. So you have to blame the wind. Right? Okay, well, let's step back and apply it logically. Because here we are, we're the people. Right? Yeah, people, we're moving northly. Right? We're right people. Right? And then we get hit with it from a westerly wind. Yeah. Right there. Oh boy. These folks, boy, they amazing. They can do what they want. They can't stop this show. They try it. Wow. Mean Slash don't work anymore now? Wow. Don't work anymore? That's interesting. What happened here? it took over my. Hold on, let me see if I can make this work for myself. Hold on. If I can make this work for myself. It took over my. Which one is no, that one. What's this one? Oh, I have it here. Okay, brothers and sisters, hold on. What did they do? Okay, wow. They took over my. Let me see. Wow. That was interesting. That was interesting. Okay, let's see what I got here. No. Two. Where am I there? Okay, I got hacked or something. I don't know whatever. Every day, I have to do this every day, I tell you. So here comes lose this, and it'll be like this. The same thing. We was moving in one direction, north direction, right direction, and a wind came, right? It was a different force, different direction, different nature, because they move in a different direction. Remember? It's force and direction, spirit, force, direction. But your direction is different, have a different nature. Nature would be your nature's your basic direction, right? So our direction was this. It's our nature. Right? Was going this direction, our nature. But then we got hit by a force that was a different nature. Mystery shed blood. So altered our direction that's going against our nature, but because we're hit by that force, that wind, it's force going in a direction that's against our nature. Right? If it overcomes your will, then you be going the same direction as that. So I'm just showing this guy. So as if the force gets strong enough, then you actually go in the same direction as you be going straight in the same direction as this. So I'm just saying it's got that. So now we acting different because the force has been applied. That's not our nature. We're not sinful. We just got struck by force. You see? And you cannot ignore forces. You cannot ignore consequence. You cannot ignore force. You cannot ignore consequence. Because consequence is force. And it hits you, you got to react to it. And the greater force is, the greater your reaction will be. And it depends on its direction. If the direction is more contrary, the more contrary your reaction is going to be. It's just simple as that. So they have going, now they have reaction like that. You see? Because that force applied. Now you can tell a lot about the force that's been applied by the reaction. So if that was a good force, righteous force, then we wouldn't have reacted that way. There's angels wouldn't react that way. We reacted, right, in a more angelic way. So in other words, if we were savage, we start acting. If you got this, if we was like that initially, then we start going back. You know what I'm saying? Because you can tell a lot about the reaction, but because you can tell about the force that's being applied by the reaction. It shows they're devils because look what the result is. See, in other words, if you're driving down a car and you're going in a north direction, all of a sudden you find yourself going in a westerly direction, a western direction, right? Then you know the wind is coming from the west. I mean, it's pushing westward. You see? If you start moving in a westerly way, right? That means the wind is pushing in a westerly way. It's pushing westward. So that says, oh yeah, well, hey, where's the wind? Oh, if I move, the wind must be coming from the west. So I'm moving negative. That means the force is a negative force. It's a contrary force to us. It means to act like that. It proves they're devils. If it's angels, right, then we'd have been even more righteous. We were before. Better. Are you saying this is better? Pants, I don't know if you can see it clearly, but the men walking around with their pants hanging down, braids, pants hanging out. And look at the sister there. I mean, out on the street naked. That's naked. I mean, if that's not panties. If she said, I'm wearing panties under that? That ain't panties. I got panties under. You got panties under that? Really? She said, that ain't my panties. Well, okay, well, then what is it? That ain't my panties. I told her, okay, then what's under it? My panties under it. Oh, really? Really? Better leave alone. Especially that sister weighed about 800 pounds. Because she come out there with that on 800 pounds, looking like you don't even want to know, the blob. And you better not say that she ain't looking good, or you will die. You will die instantly. Because she would knock your damn teeth out of your mouth and burn you, step on you, squash you. And you know what I'm talking about. See, these sisters, they got out there and they come out there and they 800 pounds and got that on. And you better tell her she's not looking good, boy. Ooh. Unless you got a death wish. See here. Now, the solution to that problem is, right, stop the wind. Then the car start going back in north direction again. Same thing. You can take out the wind, take out that force. Measure how much taken out. So much provide a direction. Measure how much behind the force. He's behind the direction. But he's a vector too. Both of them vector. I'm saying we as a team, right? One is the force of direction. One is the force of a power. I don't know if you get confused about this because both are vectors. But as a team, one's applying force and one's applying direction into his direction. So he's going to take out the strength of the wind, if you put that away. I mean, that's what I'm saying in general sense, right? You're going to take out the direction. So the wind doesn't exist anymore. And then you start returning back to where you were. Because there's nothing wrong with you. It's just the wind was blowing. Nothing wrong with that car. Nothing wrong with the car. It's just that the wind was blowing it. He was going 60 miles an hour north and the wind was blowing it in the westerly direction. Nothing wrong with that car. The fire car, man, you don't know how to drive. You're going the wrong direction. You need to go back to school. You need to atone. You're sinful. You're dumb. You're ignorant. Why don't you eat your ass? You see what I mean? You got to understand vector. You understand basic mathematics. Then you see him. Because he's the negative vector. Because the devils, he thinks like the devils think about us. He hates us too. The devils hate us so that because we're contrary to them. We're not moving the direction they think we should. See, you're not moving. So the direction you should be moving in is serving them. Because remember, the sealed Bible, we're supposed to serve them. And that's what fire guns should be doing for him. We say, if you ain't doing nothing, then y'all should, the words, I pray Allah should burn eat your ass. Be doing something for him. Because he ain't doing a damn thing. It's like, man, this guy called James and Muhammad. He's supposed to have been on one of the ministers down in Chicago somewhere. Cold stone thief. Well, after I went over to Farrakhan, stayed in that group for about 6 months to see what's going on, right? I saw Pip Muhammad, well, not my Farrakhan with this clown. And he used to keep a big old thing, big old can or something, written on it, economic program. And he'd go up there, people would they put money in it, and they might take paper, they would give him, yeah, here, brother. He got that thing full. He wasn't get that money back to Farrakhan, he put that money in his pocket. They're all doing the same damn thing. You see the economic program anywhere? Farrakhan been hawking economic program. He don't do it. That's I've been publicly honest. He don't do it anymore. Even doing so-called Savior Day. He said, I haven't seen him. Go for economic program. You know, they haven't talked about economic program anymore. God exposed him. I called him out. See? Where's the economic program, Farrakhan? The economic program is for you. You understand, brothers and sisters? That's why I said, accuser of our brothers be cast down. Because you're told to submit to Adam. So therefore, that's the result. See? This result. This result. Oops. This result. No? You submit to Adam, what you going to do? Submit, that means you got to go along with what Adam said to. He's the ruler. It means you submit, that means you have to do what he says to. That's what submit to him. He says submit to him conditionally. Submit to him. And so therefore, that's what Adam produced. You don't blame the product, you blame the manufacturer. See? Negroes are manufactured, by devils. They manufactured them, Negro butts. They manufactured them. See? So look at the manufacturer, not the product. So we ain't got nothing to atone for, brothers and sisters. Oh yeah, the demons do. And Silas and Benexer, they're not demons, they're going to be held accountable. That reminds me, America said itself, it was a God. Now, they're not a God this time. But they're the rulers this time. Satan is God this time. They're the rulers. But they're talking about they can hold everybody accountable. Who in the hell made you the supreme being that you can hold people accountable? After all the evil you've done, America's done more evil than any. America, remember, started out as Britain, more evil than any nation on the planet. Gog and Magog. Because that's what establishes it, born in sin, raised in iniquity, like the scriptures say. Evil, everything that was evil. Everything. Wiped out, stole his country, wiped out the people, everything. Drags over here. Yeah, you gonna hold somebody accountable? Who's gonna hold you accountable? I mean, this whole thing is sick. You should have nothing to say. You're gonna put people on trial for murder when you're a murderous nation. See, and when you put people in murder, you should just call it what it is, traitor. Because if somebody murders somebody, what you trying them for is not because they murdered you. So you call them a traitor. Not because of murder. Because they murdered you. So they say, well, we're going to fire the fire squad. Or whatever. Sick people hold somebody accountable. We got to hold this nation accountable. Who the hell are you? We're going to hold you accountable. We're holding you accountable. So we got a hook in your jaw, like it says. I got a hook in your jaw. That's how I got a hook in your jaw. And we lead you straight to your destruction. You don't see it coming. Lead you straight to your destruction. See? Because he's a vector. I'm a vector. And so what now? Think about it. If you're the vector that's caused this, if you're the negative vector that caused this negative reality, right? And Master Muhammad and Suleiman is the vector that brings the righteous reality to a conflict. To a conflict. Right? So one has to prevail and one has to fail. So you look at the world today and see what's happening. Remember, Gog and Magog is the root of this. Because the rest of it goes right behind them. The root of it. Now, don't forget false Israel, right? They're at the core. They're the cornerstone. So if they're the source, the root of it, that's what we should focus on. So what's happening now? Aren't they in trouble? Aren't they being neutralized? See what I'm saying? Are their vectors being pushed back? Their vectors being crushed? So how could that happen? It has to be a positive vector that's doing it. It's not just happening by itself, brother and sister. It has to be positive, and angels are new one coming in. They'll show you so you understand what's happening, what's causing it. It has to be something that's opposing that. So now everything's opposing them, but it has to be somebody behind that has to be the personification of that force or the cause of that force that's against them. And that's what angel is. The angel's the only one on the planet. Somebody said, well, that was it's not totally against them. In fact, somebody's on their side for the most part. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're the jinn. But the thing is that, you understand what I'm saying? So that's what you see. Everything's closing on false Israel, and Gog and Magog, things closing in on them. So you say it's closing on, that means there must be a force, an opposite force that's crushing them. It tells you that with the stone is submission covered. Said that stone that came out of the statue. So it would crush all other stones. That's how you know, brothers, because otherwise they would be getting stronger and stronger and stronger. If their vector was prevailing, and our vector is getting weaker and weaker and weaker. But now, so it's getting stronger, so it's pushing them, and right, and vector also, right, is also affecting our people. And soon, if that's going to be strong enough to crush their vector, like I showed, and then there's no force on our people, and our people just come together like that. Because if the car is moving in a northwest direction, and when it stops, it automatically stop moving north automatically, because there's nothing called turn in another direction anymore. Automatically, because it was a force that forced it to go northwest. But now that force went stop. So now, he's making progress going north. See? Look at it mathematically, brothers and sisters. That's what happened. So suddenly, people come together at the same time they've been destroyed, because they're the force that was keeping our people down. False Israel, as far as our image and everything else. Right? The devils, as far as our energy for work, and how they was taking and controlling the quality of our energy. I talk about that and symbiotic, all that kind of stuff, right? Now to get the basic idea here, brothers and sisters. See? So, like a boom. That's why it blows away all the Magog falls on the season. Right now they stop moving. Look, see, they transform. They ain't pains anymore and all that stuff. They must start moving in the right direction again. The force that was forcing them. So there's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with that car. It was the wind that was the fault. So we got rid of wind. So what's the solution to our problem? Getting out of this goddamn country. Getting out of these goddamn crazy, stupid, filthy, damn people. That's solution, Farrakhan. But not for you, because you belong here. You're a demon. So when you understand the mathematics, I'm trying to show you the mathematics, simple it is. That's simple math. It's that simple. If you reduce it to that, it's that simple. You understand vectors? That's simple. The problem, right? The cause of the problem, the identification of the problem, and the solution to the problem, right there. That's our thing, right? We was going along, and then we got hit by a wind. Holocaust. 40 years wind blowing. And suddenly the wind stops. And then, right, you start moving back in the original direction. Because the wind's not pushing you anymore, pushing you aside, or pushing you in the wrong direction. The direction they want you to go. Very simple. So this happens like twinkle of an eye. See, that's why they're saying those things. That's exactly what's happening. That's what we're dealing with. So now all we got to do is deal with Master Muhammad's going to that's right, nip it in the bud. He's going to take it to the source and the cornerstone. When it happens, the force dissipates. People snap back. Except the demons, they not, of course, right? They want to stay like they are. And that's going to be a separation itself. Understand, brothers and sisters. I think I'm going to leave it there. The abominable. See what the uprising was oppressed with abominable cruelty. That's exactly what's happening over there. Abomination, desolation. Here's again. So you see it already. And he's going to be cast out because he accused not people. Or you got to atone. We got to atone for anything. If you understand the mathematics, we're not guilty of anything. The devils are, and they're going to pay the consequence of what they did to us. And we're going to be the ones that make them pay, because that's consequence. Doing them as they've done to you. See? That's the way the vectors work. So you see, I reduced the vectors, and I hope you understand it better, brothers and sisters, because it's very simple. It's logic. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. I can make it easier, simpler than that. A simple example there. That solves the problem. If I can all this stuff, right? Just put it in that context. Here's a car driving down the road, 60 miles an hour, going north. It's fine. Everybody's happy. Everybody laying back, man, listening to Tupac. Right? Hey, man. And what's the other, Master B, what his name was? What's his name? Big Dad, whatever. Right? And all of a sudden the wind comes. Wham! Heavy wind. And now it's like an 8-lane highway. Now it's moved from the all the way right lane, it's pushing them all the way to the left lane. It's almost pushing them off the road. It's damn. It's now he's trying to compensate. And when it's booming, it's almost about to boom off the bridge. And all of a sudden the wind stops. And when it stops, all of a sudden, he's sliding over them like score straight. Hey, what the hell is that all about? You see what I'm saying? Exactly here. What's going on fine? Don't get hit by that devil wind. Democracy, capitalism, Christianity, Judaism, and the demons. Bam. We have to react to all that. Oh, come our will. Right? It's a deprivation situation, right? And then what? When it stops, all of a sudden you go in the right direction. Simple. That encapsulates our whole experience, brothers. This is what's going on. Everybody's winning. Right? What's the solution? Turn the wind off. And then everything's back like it was. You move, going back straight like you was before. Simple. That's exactly. But then you get you all this stuff, and the Bible goes stuff, and it comes down to that. The heart. Accuse our brethren. Oh man, it's so wicked on stuff. The wind is their problem, not the wind. See? If you reduce something like that, you can look at it and see how simple this is. It's unsealed, but that's all he's saying. Farrakhan, he's still in the sealed Bible. It don't matter because he ain't getting the angel. He's toast. You understand? But you understand? Hope you understand, but I'm gonna leave it here, brothers and sisters. I'm trying to get you to understand the picture. And it's not something somebody just dreamed up or somebody had a vision. It's just mathematics of it. I think that's it, brothers and sisters. Come on out, brothers and sisters. Well, how did it happen? I wonder what's that going on. Oh, don't know. Okay. Swim out, brothers and sisters.